Hello everyone. There are so many good reasons to buy precious metals, especially if you want to buy a US Platinum Eagle from US Gold Bureau. My man Mike Ferguson did a really awesome job hooking me up with this awesome $1 trillion coin. Here's how much I paid for it. I want to be transparent and showed you how much I actually paid to get this $1 trillion coin. You may be wondering why I call it that, but before I get into that, please like, share, and subscribe and leave a comment down below. I want to hear from you, the viewer. The face value of this particular coin does not actually matter that much because it will have the same metal and same intrinsic value as the coin that the US Treasury might actually mint. The US debt to GDP ratio is around 130%. That means that the amount of money that the government owes is 1.3 times the total number of dollars spent into the economy annually by everyone. This is problematic because if interest rates go up, then the government will be unable to pay the interest and unable to roll over the debt. This leaves two options. They can either default or they can continue to borrow and spend money. The problem with borrowing and spending more is that the dollar can lose purchasing power because other countries can become less willing to accept the dollar. So how do we get around this? We do it with a $1 trillion coin. This was an idea advocated by Nobel Prize-winning economist and New York Times columnist Paul Krugman. The general idea behind this is that the law prohibits the US Treasury and US Mint from making any coins or paper money of a face value other than what they already do, but there is a legal loophole for platinum. By this rationale, the Treasury would mint as many $1 trillion platinum coins as they need, and then they would be purchased by the Federal Reserve. The account of the US Treasury gets credited with $1 trillion for the platinum coin, probably one just like this one, except that it would say $1 trillion as opposed to $100 on it, and then the government can spend the money as they please or pay down the debt. So why would they pay down the debt? Because of the enormous debt to GDP ratio, the US has gotten itself into a financial hole from which it cannot dig itself out. The debt is not currently manageable, and this is even by the own admission of Federal Reserve Chairman Jerome Powell, that this path we are on is not sustainable. We are not likely to grow out of this economically. To manage the debt and resume with this reckless government spending, the government simply needs to have less debt. So here comes $1 trillion coin. If they make 10 of them, that would bring the US debt to GDP ratio down to around 80%. And then if interest rates go up, it wouldn't completely ruin and bankrupt us. However, if we do $10 trillion like this to pay off the debt, then we will be treating this as if we are writing it off or defaulting on $10 trillion. Paul Krugman even admits that himself. It's not about paying for government without borrowing, but rather paying without appearing to borrow. I'm worried that something like this can actually be implemented in the future, and that when this happens, through inflation, this coin that has a face value of only $100 could theoretically cost $1 trillion. I hope this was informative. Please be sure to check back in the future for more videos like this. Thank you for watching.